Hey guys, Kristine Mirelle here. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about how I am a full-time performer and single mom and how I do it. Let's go. Alright guys, so if you've seen any of my other tutorials, you know my house is usually really clean, but this is actually what it looks like. There's my little guy London. He's 7 months old right now at the time of filming this video, and he rules my world. And I'm with him usually all day, and I perform at night. I do anywhere from 200, 300, I've done even 400 paid shows in 1 year. So this is what I do for a living. So I want to attack a few myths because some of you guys are either a mom already and you're going, hey, I can't have a music career because of XYZ. Or you're thinking about becoming a mom and you're going, man, I have to choose though. Either I can be a mom or have a music career, and none of that is true. So I want to conquer a few myths that kind of keep people from pursuing their dreams and pursuing their dreams of doing music for a living. So I want to get into that right now. A big myth is that you have to be famous, right? Or you have to have a big social media following for you to make a living performing. And that's what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about if you're wanting to perform and hit stages and make a living that way, because that's what I do. I make a living entirely off of performing. Now, I make extra money off of like selling albums and releasing music, but honestly, most of my money comes from hitting stages. Most people think that you have to be famous or you have to have a big social media. This is not true. Now, I have on my Instagram right now, I have like 50,000 friends, right? Guess how many shows I book from my Instagram? Nothing. I book literally nothing from my Instagram. All the shows that I book are outside of social media. So this is not true. You do not have to be famous. You don't have to have a record label or a manager. You don't have to have any of these things. Those are all myths. So get that out of your head right now. I want you to delete it because I am living, breathing proof of this, and so are all my colleagues. Guys, I got at least 100 friends that do this for a living, and I've worked with more than like 500 students. I've worked with so many different people, and I've gotten so many people to be able to quit their jobs and do music for a living, and they don't have to be famous, and most of them don't even have like 5,000 friends. Some of them aren't even on social media at all. So just delete that out of your head and feel good about yourself that you don't have to sit here and spend years trying to build up a social media. And guys, even if you did have a huge social media, that doesn't mean that you're going to be making a lot of money. Like I told you, if I was relying on Instagram to book shows, I would have nothing. I would have to have a regular day job right now. As a single mom, or a mom to be, you don't have time to be wasting on things that are not going to help create income for you, right? You want to be able to make money, do what you love, and buy diapers for your little man. So you don't want to be wasting money on things that are not going to produce a good outcome for you. And, social media, I always tell everyone, sure, you can build it over time. It can take, a few years. It can take many, many years to build social media. And it doesn't even mean that you're going to make any money. But yes, there are people that have built their social media, have built great, followings and fans, and have had good success. So yes, it's possible, absolutely. But it can take years, and it's not as promising as if you focus on, let's say, performing shows locally. You can actually make money within 7 days. So do you see the difference? And the thing is, if you're a mom or a mom-to-be or a single mom especially, you don't have time to be wasting on things that are not going to produce income. Now, are there people that are successful off of social media? Absolutely, there are, but that's a very, very small percentage. And so what's awesome is you can be building your social media. Absolutely, you can be building it. And in the meantime, you could start making a living and getting paid for shows by like next week. That's the difference, is if you're talented at what you do and you start reaching out to venues, you put together an awesome show and you're good at what you do, you really polish up your chops and you go out there and you like find agents or whatever it is, find venues, go out there, make calls, every day. You can absolutely start making a living within 7 days. You can start getting paid right away. Whereas social media, you can't. You have to build, and then maybe you'll make a living. And that's not very promising. So if I have to choose between, hey, maybe I'll build my social media for years and years and years, and maybe then I can possibly start making money. Or I could work on my show, start calling venues, be possibly making money by next week. Which one are you going to choose?
He loves Tommy.
2, you can make a living, a great living, and $50,000 to $100,000 a year, and even more performing at hotels, bars, casinos, restaurants. Like, you can make a great living performing at these amazing places. Bless you, baby. Bless you. Performing at these amazing places. There he is right there, so you guys can see him. Performing at these incredible places that are small. You don't have to be on big stages. And the truth is, guys, I've performed on stages in front of 20,000 people. And I get paid more to perform in small restaurants because these stages usually don't pay artists a lot because, unless you're famous and you're bringing in like ticket sales. But I'm making this video for the people that are like not famous, just normal people that are wanting to make a living doing music. I've performed on big stages and it was really cool. But most of the time I don't make any money. Usually they just know that I'm going to jump on stage for free, so they don't have to pay me. And that's the truth. I mean, how many of you have actually paid to get on big stages? I've done that. I've actually paid to get on stages when I first started out performing. Now, I obviously get paid, but I still do, some big shows. If I'm going to be in front of 10,000 people, I love the way that feels. That's really fun. So I'll do it for free. Nobody has to pay me. And the promoters know that. They know that most musicians are going to get on stage for free. So all these big stages doesn't mean you're making money, but you can make money at restaurants, hotels, and casinos. So that's another myth. You don't have to be on big stages. You can be on very small stages and make money. 3, another big myth is that you don't have time. Well, let me explain why. Actually, I'm not only a mom, but I'm a single mom, and why I'm so glad I'm in this business, because I have so much more time. So if you worked a regular job, you'd have to work 9 to 5 typically. Even if I work full time, which is like 5 nights a week, I'm only performing for 4 hours a night. So I'm performing for like 20 hours total. So that's part time. So my daycare is less expensive, or babysitting is less expensive. Hey, little man, you want some attention. And I'm only gone 20 hours a week. I get way more time with him. Like, I'm here with him all day, and then I only leave at night for a few hours. What are you doing? Want to come say hi to the people? Say hi, my name's London. I play the piano too. So I actually have a lot more time, and I make more money doing this than I would typically like at a 9 to 5 job, that sort of thing. A lot of these places pay anywhere on average from about $25 to $100 an hour. So that's what you're gonna find, $25 to $100 an hour. It's great because I get to work less and I make more money than if I worked, as a waitress or, something else. So, hey, baby. So it's actually really amazing. Obviously, it depends on where you live, guys. If you live on a farm in Nebraska where there's like one restaurant, obviously your opportunities are going to be a lot smaller. I grew up in a really small town in New Mexico. I left so that I could pursue bigger opportunities, obviously. But if you have like restaurants, hotels, bars, anything like that, those are all opportunities for you to be performing. Why are you biting my face? Why are you biting my face? The other big thing that everybody, I hear this all the time is, well, I don't look a certain way. Big thing is that. And guys, when I was 40 pounds heavier, I was pregnant, I was big, people were not, showing up to my shows to, because of the way I looked. I was able to book just as many shows. I was performing sometimes 7 nights a week, guys, up until I was 9 months pregnant. I was performing up until like 4 days before I gave birth. Like I was pretty big, and I was performing just as much. And I think the point here, guys, is, would you go to a bar and sit at a bar and listen to somebody that was awful because they were cute? Like, you just wouldn't. Honestly, you wouldn't. You would leave. And bars know that. They know that if someone is a really great entertainer and is really talented and really awesome at what they do, people are going to stick around and listen. And when people stick around and listen, they spend money on alcohol and they spend money on food. I always show everyone these 2 pictures. There's a picture of me when I was, I think, 24. I was hot, I was cute. I had my little push-up bra on, and I was homeless, guys. I was sleeping on people's couches. I've slept in my car. I've been in gas stations. Like, I was like this for many years. And I wasn't able to book any shows, and I was cute. And if this was the truth that, any cute girl could have a music career, then every pretty girl in the world would have a music career, because every pretty girl wants to have a music career. Every girl wants a music career. Everybody I know wants to do music, and that's not the case. This is a business. You have to have a good, business mindset here. So I always tell everyone, I'm like, if that were true, look at this girl. This is me. I was homeless, had no money, no gigs, and here's me 8 months pregnant, not cute. Like, I'm a cute pregnant girl, but I'm not like, what Hollywood would say is like cute and sexy or whatever, what they tell you that you're supposed to look like for you to be successful. So you can only determine that I was able to book shows based on the way I performed for people. I could keep people, hanging out and singing along and dancing. I was good at what I did. Whereas before, I was not good at what I did, and that's why I didn't get shows. So get that out of your mind, because I hear a lot of people that are like victim mentality. They've gained some weight after birth, and they're like, you know what, I can't book any shows, because of the way I look, and that's just society, and society doesn't want me to succeed, and I'm a victim, and boo-hoo. Like, just stop all that stuff, okay? Because we all have problems. We all have, issues. We've all had a bad childhood, whatever it is, whatever excuse you're coming up with, get it out of your head. Because if I was to look at my life and look at all the bad things that have gone on, then my life would reflect that of a victim. And I'm a single mom, guys. I'm doing this on my own. And there's my little guy with his ball. That's so cute. And I could sit here and go, I'm a single mom. I don't have help. I don't have my partner. I don't have this and that. Or I can go, hey, you know what? How do I make this work? How do I, inspire others? Whenever this happened for me, I just thought, I'm going to succeed. I'm going to do this amazing so I can show other people how to do it. So really, really, that mentality is such a big part of whether you're going to succeed or not. And if you're going to come up with excuses as to why you can't do something, have you ever heard that saying? Whatever reason you believe you can or you cannot, it's true. So if you believe you cannot because of X, Y, and Z, then it's true. That's your reality. So, again, if I had believed all those things, that, we all go through hardships and all those sorts of things. If I had let that make me think, well, the world is such a hard place, and the world is so mean to me, and the world doesn't want me to succeed, and me, and I'm such a victim, I would not be successful. So it's really important to get rid of that mentality. You can do this, and it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter if you're pregnant. It doesn't matter if you've had a baby. It doesn't matter if you're a single mom. It doesn't matter. You can do it. I've done it. It doesn't matter where you're from. Okay. You're still biting my face. And last, guys, I have a lot of videos on here that talk about how to get an agent, how to book shows, how to, what kind of shows to create so that you can start making money right away. I've worked with my students who have been able to book shows within 7 days, who have never done a show in their life. Suddenly within 7 days are able to book shows. This is possible. And by the way, if you're interested in any of my programs or anything, I'll have some links down below, so you can check it out and contact me if you want to get into any of that. But I have so much free information on my channel that talks about how to pursue a music career independently. That's without a record label, without a manager, and without social media. I just want to inspire you guys and show you guys that it is possible, and just kind of break through a lot of those myths. And last, what I want to share with you guys, one of the big things that I do to just make sure that I spend my day in the best way possible, because sometimes I only have like 30 minutes, like that's it. And the rest of the time I'm with my little guy, and I have no time to do anything else. I really prioritize. I make a list of what is the most important thing to me. What would be the one thing that would contribute to me booking more shows, making more money so I can provide for my son. And a lot of that is like, stop building your social media. Building your social media could take years, okay? Now, eventually, you could build a social media and build a fan base that comes and sees you, and that would be the goal, right? That is awesome. But that can take a long time. If you're wanting to start making money like next week, then you need to focus on other things like building your show, finding venues in your hometown, that pay musicians. Or, for me, I learned how to set up all my own equipment. So even if a place didn't have live music, I learned how to set up all my equipment so I could show up and give them live music so that I could create more opportunities to perform. Those are just a few of the things that I wanted to share with you guys about myths, because so many people are like, this is why I can't do it. And I just wanted to be like, well, this is why it's actually a little bit easier. Like I mentioned, it's like I'm only working 20 hours a week performing. That's actually a lot easier than working a 9 to 5 and working 40 hours a week, And I'm doing something fun. I'm not like, super stressed out on stage. I'm having a good time. I'm doing what I love. So it's actually a nice, a nice break. I'm with him all day, and I absolutely love this little man. He's my world. But it's also nice to get out and do something for me too. And performing and being on stage is great. And I'll come home and get excited. If I've had a good night on stage, then I'm so stoked to get back and have a good time with my son. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. You scrumptious little man. You scrumptious little man. And it's absolutely possible for you guys. So like I said, if you're interested in any other free tutorials, I got tons of stuff all over my channel, guys. Check it all out. I talk about how to get agents that book shows for you. I just released a book that has more than 2,000 agents. If you're looking for, representation, they book shows for you. That's been a big part of, why I have time to hang out with my son. I'm not out there making phone calls, trying to call venues. So you can check that. I'll have the link in the description if you'd like to check out more information on that. And I have some links to some of the courses that I do and different things that I've created to help musicians, because I literally have worked with people and within 7 days they're performing for a living. So I know it's possible. And I didn't have anybody to help me do this. Like, I had to do it on my own. Like, I had to do everything on my own, and didn't have much guidance at all in how to create a career. So the fact that you guys are even on my channel, I'm sharing with you guys like 20 years of experience in the music business. So this is all from experience. So I just invite you guys to check out the rest of what I have in here if you're a mom, trying to start a career, or if you're just anybody starting a career. All the information is in my channel, and check the links below if you'd like any more. All right, guys, this is London. Say goodbye, my little man. Say goodbye, my little man. Bye, guys.